Okay, let's add myself to the stream. There we are. Oh, I forgot to move the camera. We'll get that set up here. Good morning, everyone. LW, Ancient Oaks Condominium Association Manager. Let's see, get the camera lined up. There we are. I think we're set up now. Good, got going here. Got my notes about what we're going to talk a little bit about this morning. There isn't really a whole bunch, but there is a few things that would be nice to know. And Nancy Reynolds, I need to contact you this morning about that concrete on your lot. We got an idea, so a little bit here, and maybe after the live, I'll give you a call. All right, August 2nd, 2024. It is Friday. Warm day today. We got another heat advisory for Florida, or at least our area. Excuse me, I'll get a drink here. And one thing I'll kind of skip ahead to, and I'll probably hit it again. There is what they call an invest, a tropical wave sitting out there. I guess it's over top of Cuba right now. They say that it will affect our weather over the weekend. It should be had some rain and some breezes. But other than that, I don't think it's going to turn into a hurricane. They're not really forecasting as such, but it still is a good time to remember to have your hurricane preparedness done. There's this one wave, and this is not going to affect us too bad this time, but make sure you're prepared for power outages, get by with food for a while, and everything's tied down, that you don't have to spend a lot of time getting ready for the hurricane. Okay, on our list of items that we need to kind of go over or touch bases on. Oh, there's quite a few people. How many we got? 22. All right. And Ernie and Lisa and Renee and Nancy and Carolyn, Marlena, Chris and Diane and Mark Carvey. Okay. I think most of these people are, other than Ernie. I think Lisa. Well, I don't know if Lisa's still here. She was here yesterday, and Ernie's here. So our accounting company, not accounting company, a CPA firm that did our audit got it completed, and it is done. And I posted the financial statements on the aoaks.net website, so you can access it there if you've signed up to view the secure area. If you are an owner and you've signed into ONR, I know at least 160 people have, you can, once again, if you get an email from the ONR, down at the bottom, they have the spot where you can download the app, and you can go to, but you don't necessarily need the app. You can log into the ONR through the ONR app USA, something or other. Anyway, there's a document section there, and it is also restricted to owners, and the financial statements are there. If you're here and you want to pick up a copy, we do have copies available at the desk. And if you request, we will mail you one. So that is how you can get the financial statements, the end of the year audited. Excuse me, not just the financial statements. This is the audited end of year financial statement for the park. We are in good shape at the moment, and you can peruse that. It's kind of difficult to drink it all in when you're reading it. You know how accounting people, they're just about as bad as lawyers, right? All right. Let's see. Get this camera just tweaked a little bit here. All right. And let's see what else next. As everybody going in and out, the folks out of the way won't notice it, but until you get back, or not, hopefully it'll all clear to get back. we did have a new part put, the new card reader or credential reader put on the gate, and it was working perfectly for about a day, and then now it is in and out, and so therefore the gate is open, and don't like doing that. And but then working with the TEM, uh, they are supposed to get that fixed. So if you notice that uh, there's the situation on that as far as the incoming gate. We are getting prices on the east exit gate. We're going to have to replace that one. That is a 4-year-old gate that is no longer working, so it's going to need to be replaced. All right, the electronics just got totally burned out on it. Okay, number 3, prepare for the hurricane. It is an invest. We have one coming at us, and it's not forecasted to affect. I was looking at our weather forecast. We only got 50% chance of rain through the weekend, but it will affect us. I imagine it'll be a little bit breezier than usual. Do prepare. Like I said, I mentioned before about what I call a solar generator. For myself, I have this big battery power pack that'll power a lot of stuff for a while. It's got solar panels that I can recharge it that way. Harbor Freight also has what they call little inverter generators, and I purchased a what was it, 4,500 watt one, so it'll handle a fair amount of stuff. And it also is dual fuel, propane or gasoline. And I did that because I can store up propane a little bit easier than worrying about gasoline cans and gas going bad. And so therefore I am set that I could weather a power outage at home, I am sure, for probably about 2 weeks. I'm stored up that way. So it is a little bit. It wasn't really bad from Harbor Freight. Their Predator inverter generator. I believe it's a 4,500. It's just a little over $1,000, and I'm prepared that way. But your water, if you're planning on leaving Florida, make sure you have your plans made ahead of time. Because when a hurricane hits, it's you're not going to have our forecast. Sometimes we have a little over a week to plan, but not always. Let's see, what was there along with that? The hurricane, leaving town. What else do you need when you prepare for a hurricane? Just a little bit of a senior moment there. Lost track on that. Wind and rain. Your windows prepared. Plan of action. Some stored non-perishable food that you can stockpile a little bit. So you have meals. Food for your dogs. Even a non-drinkable water supply that you have on hand, so if the water system goes down, you can flush your toilets, or if if the water from the municipal system becomes non-drinkable. Our system should hold up here, but you just never know. If we have a prolonged outage, we'll probably have to, as you say, maybe restrict our hours if fuel wasn't available to run our generator to power our sewer and water. So just get prepared and be ready in case there is a hurricane. Another thing that came across, I noticed twice now, and about trees, and there's a couple people I'm going to need to also contact, because the mowing crew advised me that we have some spots that we can't get through anymore because the growth of the plantings that people put in. And I look back on at least one of these, and they never put in a planting request. And we have stuff that is, really shouldn't be there, and I'm going to have to ask them to remove it. One is a great big old cactus that you can't touch without getting prickers on you, and it's where the mowers can't get through. And have come across one person has already moved it. This is why there's a planting request, so that I can go over what you're putting in, not going to affect the mowers, and time wise, and they can get around it, and they put in the proper stuff. Uh, a Norfolk pine. Now, once again, the rules do not specifically list that you can't not put a Norfolk pine in. But if you put in the planting request, I have to prove what you put in as far as plants, and the the Florida Department of Horticulture or whatever, you you should not plant a Norfolk pine in Florida outside because they grow too fast and they're very susceptible to damage, and they can grow up to 60 feet tall. So if somebody plants one and I see it in here, I'm going to have to ask them to remove it because has to be approved, and that's one of the plants. And you say, well, it's not in the rules. Why can't I do it? Well, it's not in the rules that you can't plant poison ivy, but if somebody wanted to plant poison ivy, I don't think anybody would want me approving that. So once again, the manager who represents the association has to keep the association as a whole in mind, and there are some things that we just should not allow. And that is why there's a planning request and site mods to keep the park in good shape. So there we are there. Let me look through, see if there's any question. That's pretty much all that I had covered today. Good morning to everybody. And so, all right. No questions? Stay safe. Yes, we want to stay safe. Thank you, Marlene. We have 36 people on. Once again, as far as Facebook's algorithms, if you want to get notified of stuff that goes on the Ancient Oaks Facebook page, hit that like button. That hits the algorithm they'll send you more information that way. It's one of those things. What you engage with on Facebook is what they'll feed you, and that happens with any other thing. It also happens if you accidentally click on something that looked interesting and then it ended up being something that you really didn't want to see or didn't care about. Up in the corner of those, there's an X. They have an X there. And if you hit that X, then sometimes they ask you a question, do you want to see more of this? You see less of this. And if it's something you do not want to see, then you can hit that and it'll get rid of, at least feed you less of that, so you don't have to worry about saying, all of a sudden things come across the screen that you'd rather not see. Okay. All right. Really, that's about it. We've only been on here for over 10 minutes or so. Oh, excuse me. I think some of that Sahara dust is still getting at me. All right. Robert has a question. What happened to the non-potable water at the car wash? As far as I know, unless it's not working, it is there. Are you telling me that it's not working? It should be working. We might have to, sometimes the air compressor or something might have tripped a breaker or the pressure switch. So is it not working? But we do have non-potable water there. Make sure, once again, non-potable means it's not treated straight from the ground. Do not drink from it. Don't use it for drinking or anything like that. So I'll make a note of that and we'll check it out to make sure it's working. All right. I don't know if there's any other questions at the moment. Like I said, it's a very warm day. Heat advisory today. We have to keep an eye on the weather as far as this Invest 97 that's over Cuba. Hope everybody stays safe, stays healthy. Be careful while you're driving. Drive defensively, and don't tailgate people. Give plenty of room when you're driving. So, with that, I think that's it for the moment. And we shall see you on the next one, next should be, well, excuse me, next Friday. I may move it. I may move it to the 8th Thursday of next week because next Friday I am going to take a vacation day. That is mine and Kathy's 44th anniversary, August 9th. So I will not be in office next Friday or and the following Monday. So the 12th I also I will also be I'll be out of the office. So there we are. And have a great weekend. Hope, like I said, everybody stay safe, live long and prosper, and we will catch you on the next live. All right. We will find the button to end the session.